I really enjoyed both the Space Babies episode and the Maestro episode, but I do think we're already facing a villain problem. The antagonists in Doctor Who don't really have much to antagonize. And by extension, when you have the Toymaker already start at God tier, and then have the Maestro also be God tier and be related to him, I like that there's a connection there, but we're already facing the issue of, like, the episode being 75%, oh no, I can hardly beat the Toymaker, this is near impossible, oh wait, I can beat him with a game of catch. And then when the Maestro, it's, oh no, they're so super duper powerful, how am I ever going to defeat them? Oh wait, if I just hit the right notes in the right order. Like, they inevitably, because they're so super duper uber powerful, they have to give them some kind of arbitrary weakness. And that's a good move to have, like, this one rule that the Doctor has to figure out. The trouble is, so far, with two examples, he hasn't had to figure it out. He just sort of, like, between bioregeneration and the Beatles being there, he sort of just stumbles on the solution. And I think this is indicative of, like, Doctor Who's kind of having already a Kang problem, where each God tier villain is going to be, assumably, more God tier than the next, but they can only do so much. Like, the way the villains are designed is great for production value, because having, like, a music-based villain can give you a lot of sound-based tricks to pull. Like, even the way they make the thing go mute, you can do the visuals of having the ripples in the water. Like, there's a lot you can do with this in production value. But when it comes to the storytelling and the escalation of villainy and antagonism, it's inevitably going to run shallow quick, because they're big bombastic villains, but when the Toymaker's like, oh, if you think I'm bad, I'm even afraid of the one who waits. And then when as the Maestro's being defeated, the Maestro's like, oh, but the one who waits is almost here. Like, that means nothing to us. And at best we can go, oh no, if this was already, like, 0 to 100, then how much more bombastic can the next one be? Because there's really nowhere to take it. The next one can only come in, blow stuff up, make a lot of noise, and then be defeated, because you have two choices at that point. You can either give them a weakness the same way these ones have been defeated, at which point we know the kind of pattern, and it's gonna quickly run out of steam. Like, oh no, this one's meant to be more threatening, but they're defeated the same way as the rest of them. Or you go, this one has no weakness, so there's no story. Like, there's no emotional, personal value here. It's just the pantheon of sensory-based villains. And, like, that'd be cool if you have, I don't know, one music, one, I don't know, I was thinking about touch, like, one that likes hugs, or, like, what do you do with this league of villains where they all have to have some uber supernatural power? It's going to lend to a lot of creative character design, but it's not going to lead to a lot of conflict and tension and emotional character arc. And in a weird way, Space Babies actually touched more on the kind of adoption angle than the Maestro did. The Maestro has that element of, why don't my powers affect her? But it feels very Clara-esque, where you've got this big mystery going on, where it's like, oh, it turns out that, I don't know, Ruby's secret is she was born of the god of gods and therefore is untouchable, and she can beat them because she is more uber powerful than they're uber powerful. And it all just becomes completely intangible. Like, I'm really loving the characters of Gatwa and Ruby, and their relationship between each other is great. Like, it's got huge entertainment value. I just worry we're going to get to the end and it's going to be a bunch of really cool designs and no depth.